Greetings, guys, girls, and non-binary pals, and welcome back to another episode of the SavvyCat Podcast. I'm Savvy.
I'm Cat. You genuinely forgot that time.
No. And together we are SavvyCat because, that's what I normally say, right? Yeah, because we were creative 12-year-olds. I didn't forget the intro. You forgot the intro. Shut up. Leave me alone. It's been a week. Do you want to die quieter?
No. No, I shall die as loud as I damn well want to. Anyway.
Hey, Kat, where are your glasses?
You asked me this last time.
Yeah, and I ask you again.
And they're broken.
It's funny every time.
I sat on them and they broke. What about it?
Delusional today.
Yeah, you are. Today we're talking about something we have been off the You know.
You've seen our slow descent into hell.
It hasn't been slow. That's the problem.
It's been so fast.
It's like we've gotten worse since the last time you've seen us.
Don't look at our shelf.
Like
the fact that half of it's in my desk drawer.
Yeah. We have really become like stans. Like it's like a problem. So it's the only thing we want to talk about and the only thing we want to do. And
it's consumed our entire lives.
Yeah.
We're either working or consuming Stray Kids content.
We schedule in like, okay, we'll do this piece of work and then we'll watch a Shunjin V Live.
Literally.
And then we'll do a little bit of work and then we'll do
it's terrible.
Dance practices.
Our day plans, right? Because I got a Mac last week, so it's like a fucking 30-inch Mac.
It's so big.
It's huge. But it's in my room. So instead of sitting in the lounge on my laptop like we usually do, we have beanbags in my room. And we just go sit on the beanbags in my bedroom. And basically our day plan every day is, okay, wake up, make coffee, and then we both go sit in my room and we'll watch like an hour of Stray Kids content to wake up and get our day started. And then we'll go do our individual work. Mm-hmm. So like, I'll prep for a video, do my makeup, film a video while Kat captions.
Yeah.
And then we have lunch while watching Stray Kids content. And then we'll go and we'll do some more work. And then we're like, okay, when we finish, we'll go. And then every night we have like a different theme.
Yeah.
So
we watched
videos?
all of their music videos and then we watched all of their dance practices. And now we're on the most embarrassing one. Where we've opened up every single Hyunjin fan cam and are slowly working our way through them. It's really bad because like we like thought about it and the amount of times we've listened to Backdoor by Stray Kids is like nearing like probably 250 300 times.
And it's been 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Not even 6 weeks. Because we have to watch the Backdoor music video every night before we go to sleep.
Oh, it's the last thing we do.
We can't sleep without... It's the last thing we do every night is we watch the Backdoor music video together. And then we also have seen Pink Hair Hyunjin Backdoor fan cam at least 50 times.
At the very least 50 times. We have that like permanently ingrained in our head, and then we also watch separate fan cams
and the stage mix, and we listen to it. Like we go out for walks sometime to get fresh air, and we have a playlist that's just all of the Stray Kids from 2020 onwards.
Yeah, Skids 2020 onwards. And My House
by 2 p.m.
By 2 p.m. because that's in my head. I've heard that so many times. They do that song so much that it's just a Stray Kids song.
It's a Stray Kids song now. Yeah, they've claimed it.
So that's in there because it's a good song. And then when we go out for walks, we listen to that playlist exclusively. I don't think we've listened to any other music.
No. Oh, there's been a few songs. Not together, though.
Not together.
Separately, we'll listen to... Like, I have a playlist that's 50 Stray Kids songs and then, like, 20 other songs.
Yeah, I started worrying about my Spotify stats. So I put, like... it's in, like, thirds. So, like, a third of it is Stray Kids, a third of it is BTS, a third of it is Taylor Swift. And then a couple
I have 50 Stray Kids songs, 5 Halsey songs, 5 songs by the Main, 5 Taylor Swift songs.
Yeah.
But it's to the point now where we don't enjoy any other content. Like, there were YouTubers that we watched constantly. Every video wouldn't miss. We've missed like 5 uploads from each YouTuber that we watch, and we tried watching them and we're like, yeah, but I could be watching.
Like, they're entertaining and they are good videos and they are content that I would enjoy. It's just Hyunjin is not there. Bang Chan is not there. Why would I watch anything without Sungmin?
It's a good question.
It don't add up.
I don't know why you would.
On this note, the actual topic of this video, without getting too...
We just sit here and go through our photo books. Like, yes, look how beautiful they are. For an hour. We have enough photo books to do that.
Listen. That's embarrassing.
We have a problem. It brings us joy. It's fine.
It does. It's the only thing that...
It's the only thing keeping us going right
now. But yeah, we wanted to talk about stan culture. And the positive sides of it. Because like we just said, it is really, really helping us right now. We have a little bit of dependency on it.
Just a tiny bit. Only a tiny amount.
Smidge of dependency on them. But it is genuinely helping us right now. And it's genuinely giving us motivation and just, it's something that I care about and I love and I can put because we've been so disconnected from other people recently and just it's so isolating and so lonely that to have something that I can actually put my love and affection onto is really helping, like, a lot. Like, even just, we have this app called Bubble where we can, like, we get like 3 messages.
3
tiny little messages that we get to send them sometimes, and they like message us, and it's just kind of like a communication thing.
And it's so lovely because they genuinely, like, they message cute shit like voice notes and they sing songs and just they always ask, like, have you eaten? And they share what they eat, and they do read replies.
They do, yeah. They read replies. They talk about, like, they make sure that we eat and they eat, and they talk about, like, freaking Felix was on there the other day talking about his constipation. He's just freely open. They're so open.
They're so lovely.
I can't believe Felix was talking about his fucking toilet issues.
It's so good.
They had this game a week ago where they all pretended to be our ex-boyfriends and started...
it's fantastic.
Yeah, but it's
fucking Hyunjin talking about bathing every fucking day.
That's out of pocket. That's cruel. That's mean. I don't like that one. I have been so tempted to just delete his. Yeah. But yeah, it feels like I'm part of something, that I have something.
And it's like, yeah, we've been sort of struggling a lot with, life is overwhelming. Everything feels so big because we are forced to, like, we're in a small space constantly. We can't go anywhere. We can't do anything.
It's also like, we're adults for the first time properly in our lives, and we can't do anything with it.
Yeah.
Which is difficult. It is difficult to, your first introduction to adulthood, and freedom is not freedom.
Yeah. And I mean, it was my 21st birthday a couple days ago. And I mean, obviously everyone's in the same position right now, right? We're not saying any differently. No. And a lot of people have it worse.
Yes.
We are aware of that.
Yes.
But I mean, I think, like, I think we aren't willing to allow ourselves to realize how much this is impacting us and what is impacting us.
Yeah.
Because I'd like to be like, oh, it's fine. I'm fine to have had my 21st birthday here. Because I am. Yeah. But I think that part of me is very upset by it. Yeah. And I just don't acknowledge that part of myself. But it is difficult, right? Like, I've always had plans for my 21st. I think a lot of people are always thinking about what they're going to do for their 21st birthday. That's like a big thing.
I've been planning my 21st birthday since I was like 6.
And so, like, to have, that my entire year being 20, not being able to do anything, not being able to make any friends. And then my 21st birthday comes around. I still don't have any friends. We're locked inside. Can't go anywhere. Can't do anything. And it's all just like catching up to us. And it's exhausting. Just existing is exhausting at the moment.
Yeah. So we have found something that genuinely makes me excited for like another day. Like I woke up this morning excited
to watch Hyunjin's live.
Yeah, I woke up this morning like, oh, Hyunjin is live today. I want to do stuff.
I want to be awake.
Yeah,
and it's like that thing of sometimes it's hard to do things for yourself.
Yeah,
and I mean that's something that Stan culture helped me with because I had a Stan account for 5 stars when I was a teenager, and then I haven't really been a Stan of anything for some years because I didn't really need to be, and I didn't have the time to be because I had uni.
Yeah.
And I just was taking care of myself, and I also have codependency issues and used a partner instead, which is not healthy, but that's what I did.
Yeah.
And sort of, it's always been like, you know, it's motivation because you're like, sometimes I struggle to do things for me, but I want to make them proud, and they would want me to take care of myself. And I mean, like with Bubble, they ask every day, have you eaten? Make sure you eat. And I think that like keeping in mind that I'm like, these people, I love them and they care about me despite knowing me. And I know a lot of people are sort of like, they don't actually care. And I'm like, but as someone who has an audience, right? I know it's not as big as theirs, but I mean, I have 210,000 people who watch me, and I genuinely care about them. Yeah. We genuinely care about you.
So much.
Coming from a position where we have a platform, I do know that they actually care. Yeah. Like, I want all of you to eat. Yeah. I want all of you to be drinking water and to be taking care of yourself and to know that you have a place and that we love you. And they provide that for me. And I genuinely believe that they believe that.
I mean, the amount of time and energy that they take to make sure that, you know, do you eat? Are you sleeping? Go to bed. Here's a lullaby if you're not sleeping well.
Felix's ASMR.
Yeah. There is this thing of like, you know, because I remember very specifically, and I've talked about this before, BTS is another group that I love so much. And I was watching a concert with someone, and we were watching it together, and they were doing their like ments, their speeches in the middle of songs and stuff like that, and they were talking about how much they love and care for ARMY and blah blah blah. And I was talking about how they have a bunch of songs about caring for ARMY, and a bunch of, you know, they always talk about how much they love ARMY. And I've always felt loved by them, and I feel loved by Stray Kids. I feel like I'm part of something.
And in a time where we feel so isolated from people, and there is no one else.
Yeah.
It's really nice to have that.
Yeah. And, you know, this person said, oh, they don't really care about you. They're just, you know, that's what they say to get money, to
they
get
have
sales.
Enough money.
Yeah.
They're not doing anything for money at this point.
No. No. But it's that thing of like, I feel like people treat them like machines, and then say that we treat them like machines. Like they're like, you know, they don't care about anything, you know, they're just doing things for blah, blah,
people.
Blah. They're people, specifically people in an emotional industry.
Yeah, and
they are making art and music.
The reason as well, right?
People.
They wouldn't. It's this interesting thing of like, you see a lot of artists don't say that. Like, no one is making them say that. No. The reason they got to the position they're at is because they are real people. Yeah. And because they care. Yeah. And people are attracted to people that care. And they if they were doing it for money and things, they wouldn't have done it when they didn't have any.
Yeah. Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, it does, yeah.
Like, I don't know.
You see a bunch of, you know, artists that don't say half the things that, yeah.
I mean, like, Hyunjin he hasn't done one for a while, but like counseling centers and Chan's rooms.
Chan's rooms, he does not need to do those every week, but he does them every week.
And if he misses them, he apologizes.
I love Chan.
This is
just how
We hope you relate to this. I've had a lot of people say that, me being a stan is very relatable and makes them feel very validated in their own stan culture.
Yeah.
So I hope that this is relatable to you, no matter who you stan.
Yeah.
I guess it's, I don't know. It's interesting, but...
Yeah, it is that thing of, like, especially, especially things like boy groups and stuff like that. Anything, when you say that you're a stan of anything, really, you do get that thing of, like, how dare you enjoy things?
And people always say, like, oh, you only like them because they're pretty.
That makes me so angry. That makes me so angry.
To be fair, I started watching Stray Kids content because they were pretty, but I fell in love with them along the way.
Yeah. It's like
one day of me being like, oh, they're pretty. I want to, like, it's that thing of, like, it's same with when you talk to a potential partner. You have this thing, initial, like, attraction or whatever, where you're like, oh, I would be interested in talking to this person and seeing if I like them. Yeah. I saw Stray Kids at the Mamas. I was like, they are beautiful. And then I watched, like, 3 videos and I was like, oh, they're great people too. Yeah. And then I listened to their music and I was like, oh. And then every day it's just deeper and deeper.
Yeah, because it's like that thing of, like, oh, you only like them because they're pretty. It's like, I wouldn't consume as much content.
If it was just because they were pretty, we would not be in this position.
No.
We would have gotten bored after a day.
Yeah. But they're so talented. So incredibly talented. And their music bangs.
It shouldn't. But it does.
So good.
They are so Gen Z too.
Oh, they're such Gen Z. They're the most relatable people I've ever...
They're so relatable.
Yeah.
I guess that's another reason why we're so drawn in. Like, Hyunjin and me, same person. Except he's better.
Valid.
It's extremely validating.
It is very validating. Like, they make the same jokes as us.
Yeah,
like,
which is fantastic.
Yeah, I love seeing, like, I don't know. It is being a part of something. And having someone there when you don't feel like anyone is. And, like, even, like, the community, not even just them, but, like, being a part of, like, I'm not really into Stay Twitter. I haven't really gone into, like, I don't follow many Stay accounts or anything like that.
I followed just, like, randomly, like, 20 accounts yesterday because I'm like, I need more stuff on my feed that isn't just vote.
Yeah.
Vote.
Yeah. But I was on ARMY Twitter for a very long time. And, you know, you get to know people so well. And, like, I followed this one Instagram account, this ARMY Instagram account called God Chinny.
I love them. I'm not even an ARMY and I love them.
She is my favorite person in existence. She's so funny.
And it's like when I did I still talk to people I met on my 5 Stars account. Yeah. And that was 6 years ago.
Oh my.
That was 6 years ago. Yeah, and I'm still, like, mutuals with a bunch of them. I was talking to one of them literally 3 days ago.
Yeah.
We were talking. I text one of them. She texted me happy birthday a couple days ago. Like, they helped me so much. I even wrote a song. Fingertips. Yeah. Fingertips I wrote for the people who I follow, who followed me on my fan account. Like, they helped me through everything. And I think that, you know, a lot of people don't talk about that. Like, you see a lot of YouTubers particularly make videos about how toxic K-pop stans are. Yeah. And we've talked about that before. Yeah. But, like, barely anyone talks about the positive sides. Because, and it's really upsetting because it puts a negative light on stans. I am all for pointing out the flaws and correcting behaviors and trying to make the world better and, you know, going, this thing is wrong to do. We should fix that behavior. But it's not that. They don't do that when talking about stan culture. They go, haha, you're crazy. You're fucking bad people. I'm drinking just a glass of almond milk.
Valid.
By the way. I don't purchase almond milk because it's bad for the environment, I know. But I bought oat milk and they delivered me almond milk.
We bought
hazelnut milk.
Yeah.
And instead they gave me almond milk, which I did not ask for, but I have it now, so I am drinking it.
Better drink it than let it go to waste.
Exactly. Hello? Son? What are you doing?
The whole room just lit up. Okay, go off.
And it's going again.
Goodbye.
No? I'm just losing my mind. Anyway.
Yeah, like, I'm all for calling out bad things when they happen, but for that to be the only thing, it's that thing of, like, negativity speaks so much louder than positivity.
Yeah.
But some people are very nitpicky. Where, you know, one situation is misread because sometimes I've seen, like, they take situations that have been solved and fixed within, like, stan communities, and then they'll take that as an outside perspective and just take out context for half the things that have happened. And I'm like, no, that's not. You're just finding things this isn't your problem. You're not a part of this. Why are you bringing this out into why are you making this a bigger thing? And when people say, like something bad will happen in the K-pop community and it'll be fixed and we'll deal with the problem and it'll be done, and then an article will come out about how we fixed it, but it'll take all the beginning tweets. Like, say, I remember this one time a radio host was posting some pretty xenophobic, pretty racist things about a group, and then K-pop stans were just like, that's wrong, you shouldn't do that. And a couple people took it a bit too far, were saying, like, you shouldn't have a career, kind of those things. Which, I mean, if you're racist on radio, I think that should be brought to the attention of your boss. Completely. But then this article took out all just specifically those tweets and going, these K-pop stans, you know, they just want to take everybody, you know, they take things too far, they want to, like, cancel this person's career and stuff.
But, like, okay.
Yeah.
They act as though that doesn't happen on the internet outside of the K-pop.
I know.
The amount of times people will do shit, like, people refuse to wear masks in a shop, and then Twitter sends that to their boss, like, this person's being a dick, and then they lose their like, that happens outside of K-pop Twitter.
I know, and it was just like that, and then that one article grew into, like, everybody was bringing up, like, 3-year-old tweets, which everybody called out at the time, and it's just like, and then they go, this is what represents the entire K-pop community. It's like, no, you guys aren't treating us like people.
And it is that thing of, like, why we were talking about this, like, there's internalized sort of misogyny and, like, fear around it because, and I mean, I was worried about sort of talking about it because I know that once you sort of talk about stan culture and you say that you're a stan, particularly when it's, like, K-pop and, like, boy groups and things, people just don't take you seriously anymore because anything young women like, bad.
Yeah.
No, you're just crazy. You're just stupid. Like, why aren't I allowed to have something that I enjoy? And I mean, I guess it's like, well, you take it too far. You care too much. I'm like, but if it brings me joy and it's literally keeping me sane, why the fuck does it matter? It doesn't impact the way I feel about issues. It doesn't impact who I am as a person or what I enjoy or what I talk about or the content that I create. This has always been who I am. This is always the way I act. And, like, it's, like, sort of like when you come out, right? In a way.
Yeah.
It's like, I haven't changed from point A to point B. You've just changed your perception of me because you don't... Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, like, it hasn't changed me as a person because what I'm doing isn't a negative thing.
Yeah.
Maybe if I came out as, like, racist... Then, obviously your perception would change about me.
That's directly impacting your life and your safety. This is nothing to do with you. This is just me enjoying things. Why do you have to... Yeah. But yeah, it is that thing of, like, you don't want to say that you like boy groups or anything like that, because people don't take you seriously. They do not. They don't listen to anything that you say immediately. Like, they don't take you seriously as a person, and then you have to justify yourself, and then they just mock you to your face. I've had that happen to me several times.
I was bullied for liking 5 stars at school too.
Yeah. But it's that thing of like, even if you like more like things for boys, then you're just like
trying too hard.
Yeah.
You're just doing it for male approval.
Like when I I used to be such a fan of Marvel and like comic books, and I still am. Like, I love comic books. I love all the MCU. I used to like Doctor Who. I used to like all those kinds of things. I used to play D&D a lot. And, people just told me like, oh, you aren't really a fan if you don't know every single comic book ever. And then if I could know that, and I did name that, then they're like, you're just doing it for male attention. It's like, it's got nothing to do with you. It's got nothing to do with you. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And they never... We've talked about this before, like 2 podcast episodes ago. But imagine saying that to men who like sports.
Yeah, men are fucking off the rails about sports. Not all men, obviously.
Not all men, yeah.
But like fucking football fans, bro. Because my ex was a big football fan. If you're gonna call me crazy for liking something that's like real people who like talk about emotions and emotionally support me and create things that are helpful to me, but not criticize someone who watches 4 hours of football every fucking day and who sets alarms 2 a.m. in the morning to wake up to watch, and I have no problem with that. But the thing is that no one is gonna say, oh, aren't you taking it a bit too far? Oh, I don't care about your opinion because you're a fan of No one fucking says that.
No one.
Everyone's like, yeah, that's a normal thing.
Yeah.
So why aren't I allowed to do it? Why aren't I...
But the best thing is, like, I remember this photo came out of a award show, a K-pop award show, where everybody had their light sticks, because K-pop fandoms have, like, fandoms. I don't like using that word for K-pop. I don't know why.
I see it on Twitter all the time.
I know. It sounds so weird.
It's because we used it for books,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. But yeah, K-pop fandoms have, like, different groups have different light sticks. We've got... What?
It's in my room.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, the
Army
BTS
bombs,
one's there, but the Stray Kids one's in mine.
Yeah, so there was just a photo of a bunch of, people standing with their K-pop light sticks in a row of, like, different groups and stuff like that, and there was a group of, like, it was just a big crowd of people, and people were like, imagine seeing a crowd like this, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, 2 days later, some football stadium rioted and killed, like, a couple of people because they rioted so hard that... And I was just like...
People lose football games and they literally will destroy property and set fires.
Yeah. And then there's just like
domestic abuse increases when a sports team loses. You don't see that happening when a K-pop group loses an award. BTS didn't win an award. Like, sure, people get, like, angry on Twitter, which is sad.
Yeah.
But no one's killing people.
Yeah.
Like, people say that women are emotional and that we care too much about, like...
Women can't be leaders because they're too emotional, but we'll let Trump be...
Storm the Capitol!
Storm the Capitol! What the fuck happened there?
But women are too emotional. I want to ram my head through a fucking wall sometimes.
I can't... So I just... Like, that just caught up to me. I can't believe that happened.
And he got impeached again, right?
Yeah. For the second time.
Yeah. But he's out of office in a couple days.
Yeah.
4 days. 4 days! I don't remember where we were up to.
Storming the Capitol.
It always reminds me of the Hunger Games.
I know. I can't believe... Yeah. But the opposite.
The fact that the word capital just automatically makes me think of the Hunger Games is really bad.
Bro, those books were scary accurate.
Mm-hmm.
like scary accurate. My favorite thing is, The Handmaid's Tale?
Yeah.
I've forgotten it. I feel so bad. The author of that, she purposely wrote the book. Every single thing that happened in The Handmaid's Tale had previously happened to women in the past.
Mm-hmm.
They're actual historic events that happened at one point in time. So people could never go, oh, this would never happen in real life. So she could go, no, it did. No, it did. Right here. This isn't too wild and too crazy to imagine. No, it did happen. And it is happening. And it could happen again. Yeah. That's a completely different topic. The way society...
I fully thought that was soy sauce, and then I realized that it was not soy sauce.
The way society treats women is just...
But sexism doesn't exist. That's why how many fucking women lost their jobs? It's like 106% of jobs lost in the US during this time were women.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was something like, I can't remember the exact number, but like 250,000 jobs were lost and 270,000 of them were women.
Yeah.
It was something like that. Because men got jobs.
Yeah, men got jobs.
So it made up for the job losses.
Yeah. But name one right women don't have. That,
are you looking for the number?
Yeah, I am looking at the number. Yeah, name one right that men have that women don't in the US. And then you name one and they're like, that's false. Name a non-biased source. And then they give you fucking Reddit.
I think you've gone past it. I tweeted it. I don't know if you tweeted it.
Yeah. Fill up the space while I find this.
I just have a headache. I'm just tired. I'm just fucking tired. I just like... It's unfair.
It is unfair, and it's...
And the amount of, like, internalized misogyny that I didn't realize I had, that I now realize I do have, is really sad. And I'm working on it. But it's difficult, man.
Yeah.
And, like, I just feel like it can be difficult to exist.
Yeah.
Sometimes. And, like, a lot of the time when I post videos, I get comments. Most of the time my comments are very positive, but there are occasionally comments where people are, like, mansplaining and shit, and I'm like, you literally just repeated everything I said in the video. Why are you explaining to me my point in different words?
It is that thing of like, the only way we can fix feminism is if we get a man to do it, which sucks.
They did a whole episode of BoJack on that. I love that show.
But yeah, that it's so bad. It's
just...
I can't find it. You tweet so much.
I do tweet a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that thing of like, we can't enjoy things unless it directly benefits a man.
But enjoying Stray Kids is benefiting 8 men.
But the men who'd say that would be racist.
Yeah, you know, exactly. Yeah. It has to benefit white men.
Yeah.
No, it has to benefit them specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, if you don't want to have sex with them, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
The unfortunate thing is how true that is.
That is true. Yeah.
Oh, I hate men.
No, man.
Stray Kids have made me hate men more.
I know.
Because they're so good. Why can we not have all men be like them?
Imagine, literally, Bang Chan has set the bar. So, because it's not even like, because he's an Aussie male.
He's an Australian. If an Australian can be that good, then anyone can be.
Yeah.
Listen, we may have a thing against Australians.
Honestly, it's like, you've heard me ram on about Australians as a Kiwi before, but Bang Chan and Felix is just like, it's made it worse. I love...
This is just a Kiwi bias.
No,
thing,
it is completely Kiwi bias.
We appreciate all... It's Australian men.
Yeah.
Australian women and, like, non-binary.
Yeah.
We accept you.
Australian men...
Same with Kiwi men.
Yeah.
I hate Kiwi men.
Yeah.
Just men in general.
Yeah.
I just realized I'm, like, going through all the countries.
Yeah.
Like,
Men.
Yeah, they're all pretty shit.
Yeah.
Cis-het men.
Cis-het men.
To, like, clarify.
Yeah. I just remember that one Insta... damn, that was like to you. That was like, you're a sucker for Felix's voice.
That was so funny.
I'm sure a lot of people like his I love their accents.
I love them now.
Yeah,
but we do clown them.
Oh, so much.
The fucking double-sided dice, blank-sided coin. Wherever it points. Now it doesn't matter because I'm following the broken compass of the void.
Listen, it just... The problem is it reminds me of home too much, which is it's so funny. It's so
good. It's so good.
We're allowed to clown Australians.
No, we have every right to clown Australians.
Yeah.
As soon as, like, Americans clown Australians, I'll be like, hey.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
That's my job. It's kind of like when you bully your sibling.
Exactly.
And then someone else bullies your sibling.
Not allowed
no, you're not allowed to bully my sibling.
Yeah. You can't talk about shit about Australia.
No one can talk shit about Australia except New Zealanders and Australians.
Yeah.
Just like no one can talk shit about New Zealand except for New Zealand and Australians. Fact.
Yeah. It's like I'm all good on like complaining about New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
I love complaining about New Zealand. But if anybody else...
Well, because they don't have the perspective, I guess.
Yeah.
You can talk about New Zealand and the problems in New Zealand.
Yeah.
But there's like a line, I guess.
It's not talking about there's a difference between you can talk about the problems of areas and try and fix it and deal with it and, you know, show support and stuff like that. But the minute you make fun of Kiwis, no.
Yeah. It's like Bang Chan and Felix's accents. If I heard like a Brit making fun of their accents, I'd be like, no, you can't. Excuse me.
Yeah,
she said, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
but we are allowed to do it
because we used to sound similar.
Yeah, I sound more Australian now than I do Kiwi.
Yeah,
they're not helping.
No,
I realized I was listening to my video that I filmed. Sometimes I sound Australian. And I'm like, Felix, what have you done to me?
Yeah, no.
It's terrible.
Because I complain about the Kiwi accent.
The Kiwi accent is
awful.
Disgusting.
God awful. But if anybody else tries to even for a second say that, like, make fun of my accent or my old accent or anything, no.
Yeah, no.
Or even, like, people say the Kiwi accent is cute and I'm like, no.
You just are not allowed to have an opinion. Just don't talk about our accents. It's a sensitive topic. Yeah, when people are like, no, I like your accent, I'm like, you're just lying.
Yeah.
No
one can like it.
It was voted sexiest accent of the year.
What?
Like, 2019. And all the New Zealand meme pages, which are fantastic, by the way,
Kiwi meme
were just clowning on the fact that the Kiwi accent was voted sexiest accent in the world.
That's hilarious.
There are so many, my entire feed on Facebook and Instagram, because this is when I used Facebook, was just like laughing at that.
That's so funny.
The sexiest accent, the Kiwi accent.
No.
It's so funny.
Absolutely.
Do you have ears? No. Who voted on that? Who decided? Deaf people decided.
Yeah.
There are so many better accents.
Oh, so many.
There's so many.
So many.
Oh.
Yeah, that's our rant.
What's weird to me about accents is, like, we talked about this ourselves recently. Like, England, or the UK, England is smaller than New Zealand. The UK is about the same size as New Zealand. And there are, like, 1,000 different accents. New Zealand have, like, 3.
Yeah.
And we're more spread out.
Yeah.
England is like this.
Yeah.
And New Zealand is like this. Yet we have, like, rural and city accent. Yeah. And then Auckland accent.
Yeah.
There's rural, city, Auckland.
Yeah. Because, like, we were talking about, like, how people can, like, point out, like, you lived here. I could never do that in New Zealand unless they were from rural, city, or Auckland.
Like South Island,
Yeah.
like Southland,
Yeah.
which is rural.
Yeah.
And then, Auckland.
Auckland.
I can't really do Auckland because, like, that's just what I can tell if someone's not from Auckland, but Wellington is kind of similar to Auckland.
No.
In a way.
No, because I very specifically remember, because I have a Wellington accent. I have a city accent, I guess. I have a city accent. And then when I moved to Auckland, I was like, you'll have a very different, you talk differently from me.
Interesting.
I
know, like, Tauranga is different.
Tauranga is different. No, but I do remember talking to you for the first time and being like, you speak...
My accent's not one to go off of. Mind you, when I was a kid, it was very Kiwi.
Yeah.
Listening to that video...
Oh, I know.
From when I was 15, my accent has developed a lot. Even from before I moved to, like, just before moving to the UK to, like, a few months into being here, my accent had a big shift.
Yeah. Yeah. My accent, I don't know. Half the words I say are American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to clubber you.
Valid.
Store?
Listen. It's because I haven't lived in New Zealand for 6 years.
So do you call it a lounge or a living room?
Living room.
Disgusting.
Yeah, thank you.
Disgusting.
No, I do say lounge. I do call it a lounge quite a bit. I think I typed living room. Disgusting. But I call it a lounge. Valid. No, it's just because I haven't been around people that speak Kiwi English.
Your mom?
No, she speaks.
Well, then your mom is also wrong.
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Yeah, it's just because that's for 6 years. 7 now.
What would you call, like, Coke and Sprite and that type of drink?
Fizzy drinks.
Great, that's a Kiwi one.
Yeah.
Soda.
No. Fizzy drinks.
Fizzy drinks.
Fizzy drinks.
Fizzy drinks.
It's also lollies, not candy.
I say sweets now.
Okay, you can't rag on me anymore.
No, the reason I do is purely because we're in the UK and people get confused.
Yeah.
So, like, I've habitually... Like, some words I have to force to say...
Not you explaining the exact point that I was just explaining.
Yeah, but you're wrong because it's American.
I was literally no.
No, the difference is
You're hypocritical
I
now.
am. But also I'm half English, whereas you aren't part American.
No.
So that's my excuse. I did grow up speaking British English in my house. Like, I grew up calling them crisps, not chips.
Chips.
And then everyone would clown me for saying that. I had to actively force myself to say chips. And then moving here, I'm like, I can say crisps again. So I
chips.
Generally do. But
no,
like,
I get confused when you call them crisps. They're chips. Everything is chips.
Listen,
chips and chips.
No, I grew up with British English because my mom also hates the Kiwi accent, so she also spoke British English.
Yeah.
And it was more just going to school is when my language changed into being.
Yeah. I remember
Kiwi
clowning
English.
you for calling them crisps. They're not crisps.
It's just
they're
what we
chips.
always called them.
They're chips. Everything.
Chips is stupid.
Everything is chips.
It's stupid.
Hot chips.
I used to have to call them cold chips.
Chips.
To, like, be, like, not hot chips. I don't know how else to explain it.
No, it's
cold
just
chips. Yeah, but then people are like, which one do you... Stupid.
Chips.
Stupid.
The chips.
Stupid.
Fish and chips.
Stupid.
The fish and chips and chips.
Stupid.
How many times do you think I can say chips?
The problem with New Zealand is that we stole American English and British English and Australian English and then our own.
Yeah.
Like, we were so behind that we stole Australian slang. The slang of criminals. Australia is, they all developed from fucking criminals, man. Am I wrong?
No.
Australia was a jail. It literally was just... I mean, obviously there were Aboriginal people there, but, like, when white people invaded, it was just used
as a prison.
They were like, we'll just send you to a big fucking desert then.
I like how we were just going like, no, we do, Australians, no, criminals. Again, we can make fun of them.
Fuck Australia. I'm so sorry.
Peg Chan, don't look.
Look away.
Peg Chan, don't look.
No, but genuinely, we're talking about this. I miss Sydney. I love Sydney.
I really miss Sydney and the Gold Coast.
I would love to go back to Sydney. When we go back home, we should go through Sydney.
Yes.
If we're allowed to.
Yeah. This was so off topic.
Mm-hmm.
We got like 20 minutes in there of topic, and then I feel
like that happens every time.
Yeah.
We don't know how to stay on a line. We should really have notes to refer to.
We used to.
Yeah, but we never referred to them. We used to have like a notebook, and we never went to it.
No.
We'd do like 1 out of 6 points.
Yeah. But yeah, that is our podcast for this week.
Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
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 If you want to get these a week early, as well as bonus content.
Oh yeah, Patreon.
You can join our Patreon. It would help us a lot. We use it to buy food.
Yeah, we do. It is our food money. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this week.
Yeah.
If, as usual, in the description, there is a bunch of petitions, donations, emails to SamTMPs,
etc., etc.
Yeah, there's a bunch of links down there to help a bunch of problems and issues going around in the world right now that need attention and need... Did you just hit my hand?
Yes.
They need attention in the world that are really important and need some support and help right now. So we'd really, really appreciate it if you check those out. They're updated quite frequently. And some of them are like just almost there. And just need a couple more. So if you check those out, that'd be greatly appreciated. So thank you. But yeah.
Stan talent, Stan stray kids.
Stream backdoor.
Oh no, I hate us so much. That's just how all the compilations end.
Yeah.
Ew, Stan talent, Stan stray kids. This episode was sponsored by Minnow's Laugh. Their fucking water bill. Okay, we need to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
We hope you've enjoyed.
Drink water, eat well,
Sleep. Take care of yourself and
Yes.
take your meds.
Yes.
Bye! A huge thank you to our patrons.
Is Scar, Theo, Bunny, Jess, Valerie, Artemis, Abby, Gio, Isa, Hadley, Antonia, Trina, Jeff, Danny, Neil, Wolf, Peter, Jordan, Phoebe, Mo, Lollipop, Rahel, Ellis, Marissa, Barbara, Smilla, Thomas, Amy, Courtney, Elizabeth, Lilith, Chantel, Cat Dog, Fern, Cody, Andrea, and Haley.
We love and appreciate you so, so much. Thank you endlessly.
Thank you so much.
We could not do this without you.